Today we're gonna go out and see how we milk our miniature Jersey cow, Melody, right here. So come along and join us to see our whole little process, and hope you enjoy this video. So here's our laundry room, and what I like about this is that it has a giant sink. So every time I'm done milking, I just throw all of this stuff in the sink, and then I wash the giant milk jug afterwards. So right now we're getting ready to go out and milk the cow, and I'm bringing the large milkers and the small ones. So these are two for the a goat milk size milker, but since she's a mini cow, the small ones work fine. And because I got her with a cut on her teat and it has a small infection, we are having to milk out that quarter separately. So I have the big ones, I have the little ones. So we're gonna head out to the pasture right now and do our daily milking. So first we're gonna get her treats and some alfalfa so that when we milk her, she is happy and busy and distracted. So first we have to go into the garage to grab some treats for her, and we usually give her some oats with her food and some beet pulp. The beet pulp is pretty similar to the alfalfa. She can eat as much as she wants, although it gets expensive, so we just give her 2 cupfuls. And then with the oats, you got to be careful not to give them too much grains because it can give them a loose stool and cause other issues. So we give her 1 or 2 scoops of the oats, and that keeps her pretty occupied while we're milking her, and makes for a lot of fun. We also give her about 4 or 5 carrots, and we hide it under the alfalfa. So we give her about 6 flakes of alfalfa a day since she's in milk. Right now we're going to bring her about 3 flakes. This is my 9-year-old, quite capable. A little more, just a little more alfalfa, because this is going to last her all night. Grab her another flake too, so then we don't have to come back out again later on. We also use these 6-quart plastic containers to dump the milk into out there. So we're bringing a couple of these with us, which we forgot to grab the first time, and also we forgot to grab some carrots on our way out, so we're going to stop and grab some carrots here. About 3 to 5 carrots with her treats. So now we need to get her into the milking station, and my husband spent the whole weekend building this milking station for me, which was quite a project. At first she didn't want to go in it, but so what we would do, we would kind of put her in there, tie this rope behind her butt, and kind of try to block her in, and then we have the 2 bars open on the front, and my kids took this video so you can't really see the front, but we would lure her forward with the alfalfa till she put her head through. What I found worked really well though was just walking in the stanchion with her with a piece of alfalfa and being very patient until she kept taking 1 step forward to get another bite, and blocking her from getting it on the 2 sides until she finally would step all the way in, and then we'd pull the alfalfa through the headlock and she'd slowly put her head through, and once she saw all the treats inside of her bucket up there, her wheelbarrow actually, she would finally resolve to stick her head through and start eating. And so while we're milking, one of the kids is always stationed on the front, making sure she doesn't push all her alfalfa out of the wheelbarrow, or just keeping her occupied with looking for her beet pulp pellets and oats underneath the stack of alfalfa. And of course she loves the alfalfa too. So on the top here, the 2 pieces just come together, and I put a bungee cord around it so that it doesn't open up, and that's about it. It's pretty simple. The bottom 2 pieces just can pivot back and forth. By the 4th time we used this milking stanchion, she's gotten very used to it now. She doesn't struggle against it at all, and she's very content there so long as she knows that there's plenty of treats. We keep her calf nearby so she'll be more relaxed and let down her milk, and she likes to lick the calf, which also helps the milk let down. So the calf likes to nibble on the alfalfa with her, keeps her happy. So first we strip the teats. We just sprayed about 3 or 4 squirts out of each one. Oh, Hello. Uh-oh, Teats stripped and put some iodine on them. And now we're gonna milk them. So we're gonna use these 4-prong milking claws, and we're gonna use 3 of them. So I'm gonna hand 2 of them to her on the other side as we start the machine and wait for the suction to catch up. And then since I'm not using that 3rd one, I'm milking it separately. I have to hold my finger in place on that one. Okay, did we get the suction? Milk is starting to come down. Some milk coming down for the tab. It looks like this one has not started emptying. Flowing out of all 3. So you can see the milk coming down because this part's clear, so you can tell that the milk is letting down in these tubes. It's usually milk out in 5 to 8 minutes, pretty fast, good flow, and we get, we only have the calf off of the mom for about 8 hours, and we get about 5 quarts from those front 3, and then when the back one's available, we're able to get sometimes 7 quarts for the day. We've chosen only to milk once a day just for our own sanity, milking twice a day just to get that back quarter emptied when it had an injury. It was way too much for everything else that's going on with life, so we've chosen to keep it as simple as we can with just once a day milking, and the calf keeps her drained the rest of the time. We can also let the calf just nurse her full time when we're out of town, which has been really helpful. Bring the plastic tub over here so I can dump it out. We've been getting about 5 quarts from these 3. Thank you. Is that too bright? About 5 quarts. No, it's only 4 quarts. So usually we would get 5 quarts, but we got a little less than we usually have been. After all that, the best part for me is the creme de la creme de la creme, right in my fresh cup of tea. Every morning I could use 4 ounces of cream in my milk every morning and be as happy as can be. Yum. Perfection. Nice. Thank you for watching this video. We'll probably make some more videos about miniature Jersey cows and what we love about them. This was our first experience with a miniature Jersey. We've had her about a month now, and we've learned a lot and been through a lot together already. This is a video of right when we first got her, and she is a sweetheart and makes some delicious sweet milk. That's the important part. And we love raw milk and consider it a very important superfood to have in our lives. So that's why we're very thankful to have this beautiful little miniature Jersey to provide amazing milk for us. Tell us what you think in the comments and whether you would ever consider having a miniature Jersey milk cow.